Now we are.
This is my printout from a year. Almost a week difference off.
A little different weather for our last board meeting, isn't it?
Scott, are you ready?
Yeah, we're going.
You join us for the pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Let us pray. Heavenly Father, we come to you tonight thankful for the opportunity to serve, and we just pray for your guidance in the decisions that are made for our school, the corporation, and the students, and the administration. Always thank you for your blessings. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen. You already called it?
Call the meeting order at 7:31. And
I have a shot.
do we need to do an oath first, or would you do the recognition of the students?
It doesn't make any difference. We just want to go ahead and do the oath first.
Yeah. Sure.
Want me to stand?
Yeah, sure. I'm going to read this, and then at the end of this, you just say, I do. I do solemnly swear or affirm that I will support the Constitution of the United States of America and the Constitution of the State of Indiana, and the laws of the United States and the State of Indiana. I will faithfully execute the duties of my office as a member of this governing body, so help me God.
I do.
Good.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you. Looks like all board members are present, as well as Marilyn, Mr. Kirkendall, Mr. Alt, Ms. Gibney, and Mr. Provo. I don't see anybody from the Daily World.
She's at home watching.
Hi, Patty.
Okay, we'll do our students now? Okay, we're going to go ahead and recognize our students of the month. Let's go ahead and start with elementary. Ms. Gibney, you want to read about your students?
So the elementary students of the month for February are Izzy Bruce and Wyatt Dorman. Izzy Bruce is in 3rd grade, and she is in Mrs. Bradland's class. She is an amazing student and athlete. Izzy works hard in the classroom and outside of school. Izzy competes competitively in both gymnastics and softball. She is a level 3 gymnast and will compete at the state competition this coming weekend in Fort Wayne. In the classroom, Izzy is eager to learn and help others. She takes on challenges and sees them through to the end. Most of all, she is kind and compassionate. Izzy is truly a role model for those around her. Congratulations to Izzy, and good luck at state this weekend. Our other student of the month is Wyatt Dorman. Wyatt is also in 3rd grade, and he is in Mrs. Roberts' class. Wyatt is always on top of his assignments and works hard in the virtual setting as well as the classroom setting. He is kind to others and reminds others to be kind and models appropriate behaviors. During this time, when we are not able to socialize and interact with other rooms, it is difficult to get to know students from other classrooms. But the teachers said they all know Wyatt. He is always helpful to the teachers and peers and always ensures that he is doing his Thunderbird best. As teachers, knowing a student from another room during COVID-19 speaks volumes to their character, and we all do know him. So great job to Wyatt, And congratulations to Izzy Bruce and Wyatt Dorman, the elementary students of the month.
Thank you. Come on, Mr. Holt.
All right. First, we'll start with Kyler Collison. Kyler was nominated by Mrs. Zuxworth. She said, "I would like to nominate Kyler. He's a very hardworking student. It doesn't matter if we are in person or virtual, he doesn't miss a beat. Kyler buckles down and works. Sometimes learning can be hard for him, but you would not know it because of his work ethic. I have never seen a student so focused and dedicated to doing his best 100% of the time. Kyler understands work is work and play is play. On top of that, he is a model citizen, choosing to do the right thing always, and is always respectful to everyone around him. He greets everyone with a friendly smile in the morning and tells you to have a good night when you leave. The world would be a better place if there were more Kyler Collison." So I thought that was really nice, and I can vouch for that. When he gets off the bus in the morning, he speaks to me every morning, and that doesn't always happen, so that's nice. Jenna Fillinger is our other candidate. The 7th grade teachers would like to nominate Jenna Fillinger. It looks like it was written by Amy Goodwin, but for everybody, for the Student of the Month. Virtual learning is not easy, but Jenna has been an exceptional virtual learning student. She joins all meets and completes all of her homework on time. Even more impressive, Jenna goes above and beyond by emailing teachers to ask for extra help when she is confused because she strives to do her best. When we are present at school, Jenna is always a friendly, polite, positive student who is kind to others. We are proud of Jenna for always doing her Thunderbird best. So again, congrats to Kyler Collison and Jenna Fillinger. Thanks, guys.
Good evening. Miss Bartlett nominated Miss Elizabeth Jordan for Student of the Month. And she wrote, "I would like to nominate Beth Jordan, who has been the student of all students. First of all, she has an amazing positive attitude. She has never missed an assignment, was the first to appear at all Google Meets, never missing one, and takes tremendous pride in her work." And as for Ms. Bartlett, and I can also attest that she has probably one of the biggest, most compassionate hearts that I have seen in a student. So congratulations to her. Our second Student of the Month was nominated by Miss Ingram, and that is Nicholas Pretty. For e-learning and in health class this semester, Nick has been doing excellent work and going above and beyond. I am pleasantly surprised by Nick and his approach to work with how crazy things have been with e-learning and then our lovely winter weather. Yet he has kept the same diligence and has turned work in ahead of time. Nick is a fantastic student and greatly appreciate having both of them at my building. So congratulations to both of them.
Thank you.
Participation at school board meetings. The board recognizes the value of public comment on educational issues and the importance of allowing members of the public to express concerns regarding agenda items. Comments will be limited to board meeting agenda items with a limit of 3 to 5 minutes. Does anyone have a public comment? Okay. Adoption of the agenda. It's recommended that the agenda for the March 8th, 2021 meeting be approved as presented with additions, corrections, or deletions as recommended by the board. Do I have a motion for that? Sharon Apps. And a second. Ron Childress. All those in favor? Passed 7-0. Approval of minutes. It's recommended that the minutes from the February 8th, 2021 meeting be approved as presented. Do I have a motion for that? Scott Carmichael. A second. Ron Childress. Any discussion? All those in favor? 6. All those abstaining? Martha?
I guess I have to abstain.
601. It's recommended that the claim numbers 13276 through
13366.
be approved as presented. Do I have a motion to approve those claims? Scott Carmichael, seconded by Mike Adams. Any questions? All those in favor?
Yep.
Sharon, did you vote in favor? Okay. Passed 7-0.
Do this part, or you want to do it?
I can do this part.
Okay, I think that's probably appropriate.
Yeah. At this time, the public will be given an opportunity to ask questions or voice objections to the renewal of the superintendent's contract as advertised. I worked with the corporation attorney, and really the only thing that was changed was a pay increase that was consistent with the pay increases given to the other administrators of $1,000, and some corrections to some contractual language as far as termination of contract, which we don't anticipate anything like that happening, but those were the only changes to the existing contract. Okay. Motion to approve the superintendent's contract for renewal as presented through June 30th, 2023. Sharon Epps. Do I have a second? Scott Carmichael. Any questions? Okay, all those in favor? Passed 7-0.
Thank you very much, appreciate it. We do have some donations to approve. We have from the Eastern Green High School class of 2020, $96.52 to the ECA graduation fund. And then Greene County Sports Network, $178.80 to ECA High School Athletics.
Okay, do I have a motion to approve those donations? Heather Hudson. Second, Scott Carmichael. Questions? All those in favor? Passed 7-0.
Okay. Do have some personnel tonight. I'm going to change the first one, the wording. Motion to approve the retirement of Robert Labus as Eastern Green High School science teacher, and a motion to approve the resignation of Perry Bernstein as band director and music teacher. Eric, do you want to say a little bit about both of them? I know I'm putting you on the spot a little bit, but I know that you think very highly of them, and I want you to have a chance to say something if you want to.
Yes, I think the world of actually both of these teachers. They are fantastic. Each of these two teachers has the unique ability to build relationships with kids, and that is one of the premier skills that a teacher needs to have to be successful in the classroom. And Mr. Labus, if you were to see him on the street, you might be a little intimidated because he is a big guy, but he has a heart of gold and just most down-to-earth guy. And Ms. Bernstein will always be special to me. In fact, she was the very first teacher that I met when I came in, and really appreciated meeting her students and working with her and the band and all the success that they've had. And so with both of them, I'm going to really miss them, and I really do appreciate all their service. I know I don't have the exact number, but I know Mr. Labus has been at this for a few years, and he is planning on kind of retiring and just focusing on his construction. And I know Ms. Bernstein is planning on going to the University of Syracuse to focus on a master's degree. So I really appreciate their years of service, and I wish them all the best.
Thank you, Mr. Kirkendall. I second that. I want to thank them for their service to Eastern Green. I wish them nothing but all the best in their future endeavors. So, a few other staff recommendations here. Have a recommendation to approve Valerie Alt as Boys and Girls Volunteer Assistant Track Coach. Recommendation to approve Casey Bybee as boys assistant baseball coach. And recommendation to approve Kelsey Fry as girls varsity volleyball head coach.
Okay, do I have a motion to approve the personnel report? Scott Carmichael. Second, Heather Hudson. Any questions, concerns? Okay, all those in favor? Passed. Mike, you voted in favor. Okay. Passed 7-0.
Do have some late items, a little bit of everything, some personnel, some other stuff. First one here is the recommendation to approve Lacey Porter as a Kid Zone assistant for our before and after school program.
I have a motion to approve Lacey. Scott Carmichael. Second, Sharon Epps. All those in favor? Passed 7-0.
Have a recommendation to approve Carrie Fiddler as girls middle school track coach.
We have a motion, Heather Hudson.
Thanks, sorry.
Second, Scott Carmichael. All those in favor? Passed 7-0.
Have a recommendation to approve Curtis Moffitt as boys middle school track coach.
Okay, Scott Carmichael makes the motion, seconded by Sharon Epps. All those in favor? Passed 7-0.
Okay. Next, I have a recommendation to approve the transfer of Irene Birch from the middle school to the high school staff for the 21-22 school year. I want to explain a little bit what's going on there. This is a transfer that was requested by Irene with the retirement of Mr. Labus, who is only teaching part-time. We have the need for more science classes at the high school, and that's what Mr. Labus was teaching. We have not, how long have we been without physics, for example? Past year. You know, that's a class that a lot of kids need and want. So we are going to look to make that a full-time position. We might be saving another half of a position due to enrollment in another way. That'll probably come out more in April, the next board meeting. So Irene has been wanting to get to the high school to teach for a few years now. She feels very connected to them. She does a great job at the middle school, but she feels very connected to the older kids also. So she has asked to be transferred into that position. Mr. Kirkendall did interviews, really enjoyed what he heard from Mrs. Birch. So we are recommending her transfer to that position.
Do I have a motion for that transfer? Mike Adams. Second, Sharon Epps. Any questions? Okay, all those in favor? Passed 7-0.
Next up, we have a recommendation to approve the maternity leave for Daisha Campbell from approximately August 4th, 2021 through October 15th, 2021.
A motion, Mike Adams, seconded by Heather Hudson. All those in favor? Passed 7-0.
Thank you. Next up, I'm making a recommendation to approve phase 2 of our lighting project at the elementary/middle school at a cost of $147,680. That is before we get any rebates back from REMC. Phase 1 at the high school is nearing completion. There's a bit of a hold up on some of our emergency lights over there, but those are getting done also. But we're ready to get this next phase over here going. You're excited to keep seeing reduction in cost on energy.
Have a motion to approve that, the lighting. Ron Childress. Seconded by Adams. Okay, any questions? All those in favor? Passed 7-0.
Thank you. Next up, I have a recommendation for you to approve Lancer and Beebe LLC to do a district-wide facility condition assessment at a cost of $4,000 plus mileage and document printing. I think they'll do a wonderful job for us. I have worked with this company before at another school corporation. They did, I'd say, at least 7 to 8 projects at a corporation I was at, some of them anywhere from $2 million to $10 million builds. Always professional, always on time with their projects. I feel we're getting a very, very good deal here for the amount of money they're going to charge us for the scope of what we're going to see in the booklet they're going to give to us. It's going to make us able to really prioritize some things for the next at least 10 years with what projects do we need to be hitting for our CPF plans and things like that. So that would be my recommendation.
I have a motion, Scott Carmichael. Second, Ron Childress. Questions? All those in favor? Passed 7-0.
Thank you. Last late item is I'm ready to make a recommendation for our yearly mowing contract. We had, I think, about 4 or 5 bids that came in. I was happy to see that. Some very competitive bidding going on. My recommendation is to approve Route 54 Landscapes for their yearly mowing contract. They came in with what I felt was the most competitive bid for both mowing, any litter cleanup. They're not just going to mow over stuff and leave litter lying. They're going to pick things up. Spraying, they do have the ability to spray. I've talked with the owner about his plan for keeping weeds down and things like that. I'm very happy with what I heard back from him, so that is my recommendation.
Okay, do I have a motion? Heather Hudson. Second by Sharon Apps. Any questions? All those in favor? Passed 7-0.
Thank you. I believe that is it for late items. Ready for discussion. Mrs. Gibney, do you have anything for the elementary you want to discuss?
Yeah. So today was a busy day at the elementary. The students began taking the I-Read 3. That's a really important test for our 3rd grade students. And our teachers have been working really hard this year to prepare the kids. And it's clear that our students are taking it very seriously. They want to do well. So they began the testing process today. We have a couple of classes that a class and some students that are absent that will take it when they return after spring break. So if you could keep them in your thoughts while they begin and finish I-Read 3 testing, that would be wonderful. And I know that they're going to do a great job. So we will be announcing our kindergarten roundup day in the coming days. Most likely we'll announce that before we go into spring break. So families can look for that date to be announced on our Facebook page and in our newsletter. And we're looking forward to meeting our newest Thunderbirds with kindergarten roundup. And then of course spring break starts next week, and it's definitely been well earned, and we need some time off. So I think we all appreciate having that time away from school to just disconnect a little bit. And then students in 3rd and 4th grade will take iLearn the last few weeks of April. So I wanted to thank all of the elementary staff. They've been going above and beyond to provide a top-notch education for our students. And one thing I'd like to say is, throughout the year, we assess our students just to see where they are with their skills. And obviously this is a year where our teachers and all of us have been concerned about, have our kids lost a lot of learning? And so as we've gone through the school year, the teachers, as we're starting to assess towards the end of the year, they're finding that the skills gap is not what they thought it would be. And they're pleasantly surprised with the results that they're getting as the kids are assessing, and they're finding out that their skills are are much better than I thought. So that was good. That's been good news this month, to find out that the kids are doing a great job, and we're just meeting them right where they are. So thank you. That's elementary.
Thank you. Oh, come on up, yeah.
All right. Report cards go home Friday. As Mrs. Gibney was talking about iLearn, we did the iLearn practice testing, and after not having to do that last year, teachers kind of had to relearn how to do that. And so just appreciate all their time with that. I think Wednesday will be complete. You never know what the state's thinking. I didn't think we'd have to test this year, but we are, and we've accepted that. We're going to go all out for it as normal. Spring break is next week, as she just said. If you're traveling, everybody be safe. Congratulations to Irene Birch. I think she'll do fantastic at high school. Absolutely fantastic. I mean, she's a content area teacher. I think she's going to rock it out over at the high school, and I think a lot of Perry Bernstein. I wish her well in her new and future endeavors. I told her just recently I won't hold it against her that she's going to Syracuse to put my #1 Hoosiers out in 2013. That's the last football team they had, but yeah, she's going to a basketball school. Thank you in advance to David Fields for working on our new lights at the middle school. I'm really excited about that. Mr. Provo knows more than most. I live in a cave. I like it a little darker. And I had 3 teachers, not my wife, but 3 teachers come in today and say, "You've got all the lights on, it's like super bright in here." And I said, "Yeah, I'm trying to get used to it right now, you know," and so I'm super excited about that. Appreciate David working on that project. And as always, thank you to everyone at the middle school. I think I've said that every time this year. In this just kind of crazy pandemic of a year, their hard work day in and day out. We're doing some fun things Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday to celebrate everybody in the building. So thank you, guys.
Thank you.
It's been very busy at the high school. One of the things that I'm really very happy to announce is that we are going to have a Ryan Wilcoxon Memorial Scholarship available to our graduating seniors this year. I actually spoke with Mrs. Wilcoxon earlier today, and so I'm really excited that will happen. Unfortunately, I never was able to meet Ryan, but I've heard nothing but absolutely amazing things about him. So I'm very happy to announce that. Certainly want to wish all the women in our lives, both personally and professionally, a happy Women's Day. Just really like to acknowledge all the amazing women that we have in our district, and of course in our personal lives. It's also National Trainers Month, and would like to recognize Morgan Gallion. She is our high school trainer. She works with all of our sports teams, making sure that any injuries are seen to, and she takes really good care of us, and I really appreciate all the work she has put in. She actually comes to us from, I believe, Greene County Hospital. So really happy to have her, and like I said, she's done a great job. Report cards for the high school are going to be released on March 22nd. We pushed back our third 9 weeks a little bit to allow for a few more assessments. Being on e-learning and having our snow days and then ISTEP testing, the teachers were a little concerned that there might not be enough assessments to really kind of be a fair, accurate picture of student progress. So we did push it back a little bit. Today, as I was picking up my strawberries, and I saw the track coaches out running around and having just gone through sectionals with our basketball teams. I want to take a moment to appreciate and thank our coaches in this crazy year where we have had nonstop interruptions, and it's been hectic. You know, we have our daily jobs, and then there's a sector of our staff who then decide that they're going to do additional after school. And I really appreciate all the additional time that they spend with our students. I think in many cases, that sport season is the one thing that allowed the kids to kind of escape virtual and kind of get fresh air and exercise. And so I really appreciate them. Great role models, and just appreciate them. Again, just want to say congratulations to Mr. Labus on his retirement, and I hope Ms. Bernstein is successful in grad school at Syracuse. I'm not an IU fan, so it's okay.
That's obvious.
Yeah, it's obvious, I know. So, but I am certainly gonna miss Ms. Bernstein as well. Last but not least, I know a lot of our families will be traveling over spring break, and I just really wish that everyone go and relax and be safe and have a fun spring break. Thank you.
Thank you. I just have a few things real quick. I want to remind everybody that April 2nd is going to be a school day. I know on our calendar it's a snow makeup day, but we have used that with all of our snow and interruptions and everything else we have going on. So April 2nd is a school day. We will keep reminding all of our parents and students of what our calendar looks like here throughout the next couple months, so everybody understands when we're in school and what breaks we have and that sort of thing. So April 2nd is a school day. I want to thank the board for a couple things. First of all, thank you for your support in the joint resolutions we've taken part in with a lot of other surrounding schools to talk to our legislature about what they're doing right now with K through 12 funding for education. So thank you for having the bravery to stick our name on there and say that you don't agree with what's going on. So I really appreciate that. And also thank you for your confidence in me and extending my contract. And I hope to be here past 2023 even. So just thank you for working on getting that contract around and helping me with the getting it advertised in time and all of that stuff. So thank you very much for your support. Other than that, I think the principals summed it up. They took probably everything I could say about all of our staff and the wonderful things that are going on here at Eastern Green. So I won't say anything else at this point.
Sharon?
Just thank you to all the staff for sticking with it. And again, just be healthy and safe over spring break.
Martha?
Well, that wasn't so bad as I thought it was going to be. I had 2 other boards, and this was like, oh, this is not bad. So thank you and welcome. Thank you for welcoming me.
Scott?
Look forward to it.
I just want to say a thank you to Ms. Bernstein. Well, she was only here a relatively short amount of time. I saw firsthand the immense impact she had on her students. She's an amazing teacher. I know she's going to unfortunately do amazing things, but not here in her future. Wish she could be here longer, but you know, I wish her well on her future endeavors.
Heather?
I think I echo what everybody else has said. Welcome, Martha, and thank you all for everything you do. Wow, it's been a rough one, and I know that I've heard so many people say that normally you get to about April and you're really feeling the end of the year, and like the first week of February, everybody was ready to go. And just keep on keeping on. You guys are doing a great job. And good luck to Ms. Bernstein. She's going to be missed. I guess just 2 of my kids have had her, but I know she's been special to both of them. So and lots of other kids. So she will be missed.
Mike?
Would it be possible to invite Jeff Ellington to one of our meetings? Because he's throwing our system under the bus, I think, and it would be nice, since he represents this area, that get him out here, or at least invite him out here, and let him answer some questions.
Sure.
Great idea.
I think that,
I mean, he's actually going to really hurt our funding.
I agree.
I think that's a great idea.
I think that's a great idea. I think we should talk about that more in executive session. get a plan of how to invite him out here. Yeah. Ron?
I will address Ms. Bernstein. Perry, if you're watching, I will miss our Friday dinners before football games. All the best to you in Syracuse.
Ms. Bernstein, thank you for your service. My daughter enjoyed band. Mr. Labus, happy bidding. Hope I don't have to bid against you. Marilyn, Marilyn's been doing a very thankless job the last couple of weeks. And Marilyn is one of the most important cogs in our school corporation. And I think that not a lot of people see the work that she does, but she's been working on an audit and lots of hours, lots of headaches. We appreciate it. Everybody in the community should appreciate it, that you are helping keep us going. So thank you.
Yes, thank you very much.
Here, here. I want to thank the administration too for taking the extra time after school, at least 1 or 2 days, to meet with the folks that are going to install some new technology for us. That's something that no one sees, the extra time that you spend setting up learning opportunities for the students. So, thank you. That's all I have. It's recommended the meeting be adjourned at 8:06. Do I have a motion? Scott Carmichael. Second. Ron Childress. All those in favor? Passed 7-0.
Thank you.